Xavier Woods challenges Reckoning to intergender match next week. WWE superstar medically not cleared. Major update on which brand Damian Priest will be on. Top star booked for next episode of Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions. Reason behind Bad Bunny's Raw appearance. Snoop Dogg makes WWE video game debut in WWE Champions, and more. Raw news as this week's show saw Xavier Woods continue his feud with Retribution, defeating Mustafa Ali in singles action. A feud that plays on Ali getting revenge on Kofi Kingston for taking his main event spot in 2019, it's ironic that his current feud is only pushing the Retribution leader further away from the main event scene. That's not to say that Woods is an inferior opponent, but given the momentum Retribution has had lately, having him lose to the up-up-down-down star this week doesn't make a lot of sense. Surely it would have made much more sense for Ali to get the win over Woods, which would have made him look more credible against Kingston, a former WWE champion. A post-match beatdown would have only added to the story, but instead, Woods got the win, reminding fans that Retribution aren't as impressive as WWE wants them to believe. Though WWE can still book Ali strongly on the road to WrestleMania 37, it'll take a lot of work to build him back up after this loss, even if it came out of nowhere thanks to a roll-up. With this finish, Ali could get a rematch and get his win back, but this is the latest example of the Retribution leader and the stable being mishandled. For months, WWE have struggled with the group, and with the company running out of time to salvage the faction, this feud with the New Day could be Retribution's last chance to get over or face an unceremonious breakup. We mentioned that this feud really started in 2019 when Kingston replaced Ali in a story that culminated in Kofi Mania, and the former WWE champion has some harsh words for the Retribution leader. On Twitter, Kofi didn't mince his words with a promo aimed squarely at Ali, saying, "Let me give you a piece of advice, man. See the obstacles that lie in front of you, see the mountain, and climb the mountain, because you can't complain your way to the top. That's not the way it works. And quite frankly, all that complaining, it's just not a good look, man." We doubt Ali will stop his plans to ruin Kofi Kingston's life based on what the New Day star had to say in his promo, but it's clear that the usually fun-loving former WWE champion isn't messing around when it comes to Retribution. Back to the Royal Rumble now, and the main card started with Drew McIntyre retaining the WWE Championship against Bill Goldberg. A match built on respect, it's fitting that the two shook hands and embraced post-match, with Goldberg saying something in the champion's ear. In a backstage interview, McIntyre didn't reveal what was said exactly, but gave the gist. He revealed, "He made it very clear that I earned his respect and said some pretty cool things about myself as a person, as a performer, as a representative of this industry. That was cool." The champion had plenty of kind words in return, saying that Goldberg hasn't lost a step, and with the Hall of Famer reportedly locked in for WrestleMania, we'll have to see where his career goes next. Now, we all hear that the road to WrestleMania starts at the Royal Rumble, and it looks like that term means a whole lot more this year. That's according to WrestleVotes, who said that the mood backstage at last Sunday's pay-per-view was upbeat, the most upbeat that the WWE locker room has seen in a while. They added, "This time of year usually does that," but also went on to say that the road to WrestleMania has real meaning this year, serving as a small light at the end of a dark tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel is the fact that this year's WrestleMania will have live fans in attendance after a year of empty arenas and virtual audiences. 2020 was a difficult year for everyone in WWE, so we're pleased to hear that after months of issues and problems, that things are finally looking up. Back to Raw next, and a huge challenge for an intergender match has been laid out for next week's show. During Raw Talk, Xavier Woods challenged Retribution member Reckoning to a match next week after saying he's 2-2 against the male members of the anti-establishment faction. In recent weeks, the New Day star has lost to Mason T-Bar, but has beaten both Slapjack and the group's leader Mustafa Ali. In that same segment from Raw Talk, Kofi Kingston pointed out that WWE just had an intergender match on SmackDown between Sasha Banks and Reginald, but given that Mia Yim recently tested positive, time will tell if she can be cleared in time for next week's show. Speaking of the Red brand, Damian Priest appeared on last night's Raw, following on from his impressive appearance at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and the former North American champion is here to stay. PW Insider are reporting that Priest has officially been called up to the main roster and will be on Raw from now on. Priest was meant to debut on SmackDown as a friend of Kevin Owens in his feud with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, but those plans were nixed. It's also been reported that Rhea Ripley's performance in the Women's Rumble match was the start of her main roster career, though there's no word on which brand she'll debut on. Now, Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull Sessions has hosted some of WWE's top names, and now the Rattlesnake can add the Boss to his list. It's been confirmed that Sasha Banks will be appearing on an upcoming episode of the Broken Skull Sessions, and though it wasn't confirmed when the interview will take place, it'll likely air the day of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view on February 21st. Banks will be the second ever woman to appear on the show, after Bayley was featured last month. And with the SmackDown Women's Champion enjoying a career renaissance currently, we're sure she'll have plenty to talk about when she sits down with the Rattlesnake. Now, Brody Lee meant a lot to many people throughout the pro wrestling community. The New Day miss him a lot and paid tribute to him with the ring gear at the Royal Rumble. This gear will go to a lucky fan who is willing to spend top dollar. Big E revealed that the New Day are auctioning off their Brody Lee tribute gear. Proceeds will go to Food Link New York. Amanda Huber, Brody Lee's wife, also responded to this amazing tribute for her husband. She posted on Instagram to express how much this meant to her. You can find those posts below. Jey Uso news next, as he proclaimed that he entered himself into the 2021 Royal Rumble match. He even stated that if he wins, he would head to Raw. Those plans did not work out and he didn't wrestle on Sunday. According to F4W Online, Jey Uso was not medically cleared for the Royal Rumble. He was also missing from Friday Night SmackDown. The nature of Jey Uso's injury was not reported. He was last seen in a losing effort to Shinsuke Nakamura on SmackDown. Hopefully, Jey Uso will be able to return very soon. He wasn't the only SmackDown superstar who was absent from last week's show. Robert Roode, Steve Cutler, and Wesley Blake were also not on television. Now, Snoop Dogg's current relationship with WWE is frosty at best, as his crossover merchandise with The Undertaker was pulled from WWE's shop following his appearance on AEW Dynamite. But despite this, the rap legend still has some deals with Vince McMahon's promotion, and this week made his wrestling video game debut. In a statement, WWE confirmed that Snoop is now in WWE Champions, their mobile game which is celebrating its 4-year anniversary. This is also the app's first celebrity announcement for the game, which already boasts over 250 WWE superstars and legends, and whilst it may be quite some time before Snoop Dogg is back in WWE, this is a step in the right direction.